This is WRO TV YouTube channel and today is 2023 February 24. I am Muhiddin Muhammad Yusuf, the President of World Rohingya Organization based in the United States of America. I am presenting as my usual posting of video part number 116. Today I have chosen my topic as seeking world support for Rohingya self-defense. Before going to the deliberation of the topic, I would like to welcome all of you watching this video clip with Islamic greeting, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Meaning, peace and blessing of Allah be upon all of you. And today is actually February 24. On this day, 1 year before, the Russia invaded in Ukraine, and it has completed 365 days. And on this day, Ukraine is the victims of invading forces of the Russia, and the whole world, especially America and European countries, are helping Ukrainian people and the freedom fighters on the ground, labeling and justifying that the activities, intrusion and attack on Ukraine and destruction of their properties and the killing of Ukrainian people are being accepted as genocide on the ground of genocidal activities committed by Russia, the Western country and American government are helping Ukrainian people with arms, ammunition and billions of dollars of support to defend Ukrainian people and to retake the occupied territories captured by Russian forces. So my meaning here is that the intervention was because of the genocide and because of the invasion of the unprovoked invasion of the Russian army to Ukraine. I am telling this because it is related to Rohingya people too. Rohingya people are victims of genocide, and the world has documented that the Burmese military junta and brutal forces, with collaboration of the section of Arkan xenophobic racist people, Arkan, they committed genocide against the Rohingya people. And so the military government is responsible for genocide, and they were labeled as criminals and war crimes. They have violated international laws and orders, and also they have human rights violations, and they are documented as one of the most persecuted people in the world with the Rohingya people. So if the Western countries, America and other allies of the European Union, 27 countries can come forward to save Ukrainian people, then they have a moral responsibility on the basis of international laws to protect and prevent genocide against the Rohingya Muslim people, which is still ongoing, even though ICJ issued provisional conditions order to stop all kind of persecutions against the Rohingya people. Still it is going on in Arkan state. That's why it is related to Rohingya people. Those people who are responsible to commit genocide, war crimes and human rights violations, crimes against humanity, they should be punished It is going to take time to decide by ICC, in Security Council too, but now ongoing genocide still, the Rohingya people are suffering a lot. In this situation, we have all legal justifiable ground to ask international community and the Western governments and European countries to provide us protection against ongoing genocide, and on the basis of the concept of UN Charter, our responsibility to protect the Rohingya should get this help from the international community, UN and UN Security Council and Western powers. The only way is to stop this ongoing genocide. Rohingya needs protection and safe zone through peacekeeping forces of the United Nations Security Council approval. I want to tell this to the world and to those who are sympathetic to the plight and cause of the Rohingya people, who are still suffering and in very bad shape and conditions in the Bangladesh refugee camps, in the displaced and refugee camps in Arkan and Burma. The people become hopeless. They are deprived of all kinds of human rights that is enshrined in the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. We are thankful to the world and the government, those who are helping with the coordination of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees for these people's survival, for food, shelter and medical treatment. But the Rohingya issue is a political issue, and this should be solved through political ways. Whereas we all Rohingya people are trying to return to our country through a justifiable framework of repatriations from Bangladesh to Burma in our ancestral homelands, still Burma is denying and making tactics and showing pretext that they are not able to accept Rohingya refugees, even though they have signed memorandum of understanding with Bangladesh governments. But still not a single Rohingya can go back to their own countries. So we are very thankful to the UN Security Council. For the first time they adopted a resolution urging Myanmar military junta governments to stop all kind of persecution, torture, degrading treatment to the civilians of the Burmese people, including the Rohingya people, and to release the prisoner of conscience who were held on fabricated cases. So this is today on February 24, 2023, the first anniversary of the freedom fighters and defenders of the Ukrainian people and the country. We urge international bodies to look forward us who are the worst victims of genocides and survivors of all kinds of persecutions carried on by the successive governments in the name of democracy or in the name of dictatorship in the last 70 years. We are a very small minority in Burma, but the Burmese government and its law enforcement agencies and security forces, they have intent to wipe out the entire Rohingya population from the soil of Arkan, Burma, with the intention to establish a homogeneous Arkan Buddhist land, which is not possible. Rohingyas are the native people of Arkan. They have been living there for centuries. It was documented. On the basis of race, religion, color and language, this cannot be accepted, the violation of the 30 articles of the UN Charter, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So we need justice. We need justice as we are unable to see it. We need the world to come forward and to save us and to punish those who committed genocide against the Rohingya people. They are accountable, they are responsible, they did it knowingly with the intent of the destruction of an ethnic minority in Arkan state, Burma. So we are not able to defend ourselves, to protect ourselves, to protect our mothers and sisters from the onslaught of the rape and destruction of villages, killing the innocent Rohingya people. So it is time that the world should come forward and save the Rohingya people and protect the Rohingya people, same as they have gone to help the people of Ukraine, the freedom fighters of Ukraine and other countries also, where the champion of humanity, America, and also the European allies, they are helping to restore the freedom, democracy, and establish rule of law and restore human rights in all over the world. So being a member of the Rohingya community, I would humbly request to the US government and Senate and Congress members to include Rohingya matters, Rohingya case in any condition when helping national unity government that is being assisted by the US government, paving the way to establish a diplomatic office in Washington, D.C. Still, the NUG government led by Dualashila as acting president and their cabinets and other important departmental ministers have not clearly adopted any resolution accepting the Rohingya people as an indigenous race of Arkan and Burma, and they are the citizens of the Union of Burma. Even though they have some statement in the speech in public media, but we want it to be constitutionally approved as an article of the Constitution of the National Unity Government of the Union of Burma, who are trying to establish a democratic federalist state country in Burma. Respect of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and restoration of the human rights of the Rohingya people is most essential. So there is no any obstacle to accept the Rohingya people as the citizen and indigenous people of Arkan and Burma. The second thing is rule of law. To establish rule of law, we have to understand that no one is above the law, and all human beings belong to same family. Every human being, disregarding race, religion, color and language, they are the same. The Rohingyas are sons of the soil of Arkan, living there for centuries, but today they are being labeled and regarded and declared as a stateless, homeless people, which is not acceptable. So 1982 citizenship law must be banned to let the Rohingya people become genuine citizens like other 135 national races. So we are very much cooperative. We are ready to work with the national unity government. We want to be part of this movement even though it is now getting support internationally from European countries and United States of American government. So the main point is that we are very marginalized and we are being cheated by the previous democratic activists and leaders who promised the same thing to the Rohingya people. The previous former NLD government and its state councillor Aung San Suu Kyi herself represented in the Hague ICJ to defend the brutal military and the inhuman, barbaric Myanmar military forces. And during her rule, she never talked about the Rohingya people's right, and she never gave any favorable answers to the international media when it comes to the question existence of the Rohingyas and their rights. So this NUG government, they have also the same people, Aung San Suu Kyi and the previous president, former president, and the members of the parliament of the NLD. Even though some new faces were added, Dr. Do Alashila and other ministers from the NLD. So Rohingya people are very much concerned about this, and every time we are given empty promises, and in fact on the ground they did not implement any of their commitment to human rights and restorations of the rights of the fundamental rights of the Rohingya people. So taking this opportunity on this day of February 24, 2023, I want to urge international communities to come forward and to help the Rohingya people and to assist them through giving protection on the basis of responsibility to protect, making a safe zone for the Rohingya people, so 1.1 million Rohingya refugees can go back to their ancestral homeland Arkan. The system and the repatriation process Burmese government is taking now with the Bangladesh is not enough. Still they are trying to accept them on the basis of NVC, National Verification Card. That means they are taking the some Rohingya people slowly, and not all those are ready to go back to their country in safety, dignity, honor, and with a guarantee of not going to become the victims of persecutions and genocide. So actually Burma has no intent, Burmese military junta has no intent to accept Rohingya people en masse. So they are just playing game with the Rohingyas' future and destiny and the fate of the coming generation of the Rohingya people. So in this circumstance, only UN Security Council can approve a resolution, a binding resolution to send all refugees worldwide, those even who are in diaspora, to go back to their country and enjoy freedom, enjoy justice, equality, and democratic rights, including human rights. So we Rohingya people, as victims of genocide, as victims of persecutions, oppression, inhuman, degrading treatment, we are still unprotected by our own Myanmar military government. In these situations, the international law gives us the opportunity on the basis of right of self-determination of a people. We have the legal and justifiable ground of self-defense. So, as the acting president of National Unity Government call upon entire Burmese population to rise up with arms and resist the military junta. We also, a section of the Rohingya population, took arms in hands and fighting against Myanmar military junta in the name of self-defense by a group of Rohingya youths and publics. So we need the same help as the PDF forces and the ethnic armed groups are getting support from USA and other countries. We Rohingya peoples are entitled to get the same help and assistance to defend us from the ongoing genocide, and we have every available means to fight back, to defend our mothers, our fathers, sisters and brothers from this onslaught. I do hope the international community, the United Nations General Assembly, UN Security Councils and US governments and European Union countries, Asian countries, peace-loving people of the world to come forward and help the Rohingya people so that they can defend themselves. Burma is not willing to listen or accept any kind of dialogue, peaceful initiative. They say Rohingyas are not citizens of Myanmar, so it is their intent to destroy the Rohingya people, and Rohingyas are facing an existential threat of their survival. In this way, when they are talking enemies of the Rohingyas and the Myanmar military forces are known to the world as brutal and use excessive forces, and also they kill the people, they destroy the villages, they burn down the villages. So we cannot find any way except to defend ourselves, taking arms in our hands, and we need the authorization and approval of UN Security Council that we fight back our enemies. And the Myanmar military junta, as NUG, as democratic forces, as the ethnic armed groups, as the PDF are fighting. We do hope that we are also belong to one human family. We are also same people. We are not subhuman. That's why we are also entitled to get all kind of supports, morally, materially, financially, so that we can create our own self-defensive force. So I think the US government and the all related Congress and Senate will accept the Rohingya people as the victims of genocide, and according to the Constitution of the US government, there is a responsibility to help and protect the victim of genocide. Thank you very much. We think justice will be seen, it will be not delayed, because delaying tactics will remove the remaining 700,000 innocent Rohingya civilians from Arkan and Burma. The ICC decision will take time. ICC decision will take time. That's why, at least to resist and to survive, we need the help of US government. I am Muhiddin Yusuf, a Rohingya in diaspora in United States of America, on the basis of a member of the human family, being a member of the Rohingya community, as the champion of humanity, American government who supports restoration of human rights, democracy, justice, equality in the country where they were violated. I am asking as a citizens of United States of America to provide all kind of assistance, and at the same time I am thankful to the US government for contributing a lot of funds, millions and millions of funds to the Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh and in Burma, and also taking solid actions, standing steadfast to provide help to the Rohingya people, as well as NRG government, as well as the People Democratic Forces and ethnic armed group of Burma fighting against the Myanmar military junta. Thank you very much. Muhiddin